Before we dive into the heart of today's conversation, let me set the stage with a simple truth. Life isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. Every choice we make, every habit we form, compounds over time, much like money in a well-managed account. Some of the most powerful lessons aren't flashy or complicated. They're quiet, steady, and consistent. They come from understanding the value of patience, the power of relationships, and the discipline to live within your means. You'll see that investing in yourself, your knowledge, your character, your integrity yields returns that far outpace any stock market gains. Today, we'll explore 5 rules that, if applied consistently, can transform not just your finances, but your mindset, your decisions, and ultimately the life you build. These are not theories or quick hacks. They are principles tested by time, and they work because they align with human nature, not against it. Stick with me, and by the end, you'll have a roadmap that's as practical as it is profound. The insights shared in this speech are intended for educational and inspirational purposes only and should not be considered financial, legal, or professional advice. Individual results may vary. Patience and long-term thinking are the cornerstones of not only financial success, but life success in general. It's easy to get caught up in the noise of the present moment, reacting to immediate opportunities or setbacks. But the truth is that real progress rarely happens overnight. Compounding is not just a financial concept. It applies to almost every area of life, from learning a new skill to building meaningful relationships. When you take small, consistent actions over a long period, the results accumulate in ways that are often invisible at first, but astonishing over time. This is why rushing decisions or seeking instant gratification can be so damaging. Those who master patience understand that the value of a decision is not in how it feels today, but in how it will impact the years ahead. It's about thinking in decades rather than days, in long-term trajectories rather than short-term wins or losses. Patience also involves understanding that setbacks are part of the process. Nothing that is worth achieving comes without its share of challenges. When you adopt a long-term perspective, temporary failures are not reasons to panic, but opportunities to learn and adjust. It allows you to remain calm in the face of market fluctuations, personal disappointments, or unexpected events because you know these are just small pieces of a much larger puzzle. Those who act impulsively may miss the bigger picture, reacting to every swing or twist in the short term without seeing the compounding effect of steady, measured actions. This mindset also fosters discipline. It encourages saving rather than spending, studying rather than skipping, and building rather than tearing down. Every deliberate choice made today, no matter how small, can grow into something significant in the years to come, provided it is nurtured with patience. Long-term thinking also extends beyond personal gain. It shapes how we build relationships and reputations. Trust and credibility are not established overnight, and trying to shortcut these by chasing immediate advantages often backfires. Those who think long-term focus on consistency, reliability, and integrity, knowing that these traits will pay dividends far greater than any quick win could. In practical terms, this could mean investing in education, maintaining strong professional networks, or even making financial decisions that prioritize sustainable growth over immediate profit. Over time, these steady efforts accumulate and compound, creating advantages that others who chase the immediate often fail to capture. The key is recognizing the power of time and giving yourself the space to let your efforts mature. Many people underestimate the exponential effect of small, patient steps repeated consistently. When you embrace this mindset, life begins to shift. Decisions are no longer driven by anxiety or impulse, but guided by a clear vision of where you want to be in the long run. You start to see opportunities for growth in situations that might seem mundane or slow moving to others, and you learn to differentiate between noise and signal in every area of your life. allowing your focus and energy to compound like interest over time. Surrounding yourself with trustworthy and capable people is one of the most powerful determinants of success and fulfillment in life. No one achieves anything of lasting value entirely alone. The people around you influence your decisions, your mindset, and ultimately the trajectory of your life. It's not enough to simply know many people or have a wide network. What matters is the quality of those relationships. The people you choose to spend time with shape your habits, your beliefs, and your standards. If you are around individuals who are honest, disciplined, and focused on long-term goals, their behaviors and attitudes naturally reinforce your own. Conversely, spending time with people who are reckless, dishonest, or short-sighted can subtly erode your judgment and priorities, often without you realizing it. Building a circle of trusted, reliable, and competent individuals provides both support and accountability, making it easier to stay aligned with your principles and goals even when external circumstances are challenging. Trust in relationships is particularly important because it allows for collaboration without constant oversight or doubt. When you know that the people around you share your values and will act with integrity, you can focus your energy on creating and improving rather than second-guessing intentions or redoing work. This trust also enables open and honest communication where feedback can be given and received without defensiveness or fear of betrayal. Such relationships become a source of strength during difficult times, providing counsel, perspective, and sometimes opportunities that would not have been accessible alone. Strong, trustworthy connections also accelerate learning. By observing the successes and mistakes of those you respect, you can shortcut your own trial and error process and make better decisions faster. You gain insight not only into specific strategies or tactics, but also into mindset, resilience, and judgment, which are far more valuable in the long run than any immediate advantage. Moreover, valuing relationships means more than just selecting the right people. It also involves investing in them over time. Relationships require effort, reciprocity, and genuine care. This can be as simple as offering help, listening attentively, or showing appreciation, but these small gestures accumulate in a foundation of mutual respect and loyalty. People are more likely to support and stand by you if they feel valued and trusted, and in turn, this creates a network that can endure challenges, conflicts, and competition without collapsing. Over time, the cumulative effect of surrounding yourself with the right people becomes profound. You are constantly inspired, challenged, and guided by those who elevate your thinking and hold you accountable to higher standards. The importance of relationships also extends to decision-making. Life is full of choices, many of which carry long-term consequences, and having a circle of trustworthy advisors or peers allows you to see blind spots, gain different perspectives, and avoid costly mistakes. Wise counsel can prevent impulsive actions and reinforce the discipline required for long-term success. In essence, your environment, particularly the people in it, directly influences your behavior, your opportunities, and your ability to achieve meaningful outcomes. Choosing the right company is not just a matter of comfort or convenience. It is a deliberate, strategic decision that compounds over time, shaping not only your achievements, but your character and legacy. Living within your means is one of the simplest yet most powerful principles for building a stable and fulfilling life. It's easy to get caught up in the temptation to spend beyond what you earn, to chase status, luxury, or fleeting pleasures, but the reality is that financial discipline creates freedom, security, and flexibility that no amount of temporary indulgence can match. When you learn to live below your income, you create a cushion against unexpected setbacks, a buffer that allows you to make decisions based on opportunity rather than necessity. This principle isn't about deprivation or frugality for its own sake. It's about prioritizing long-term stability and control over short-term gratification. By consistently spending less than you earn, you give yourself the ability to invest in experiences, knowledge, or ventures that grow in value over time, and you reduce the stress and anxiety that come with financial uncertainty. Financial discipline also encourages clarity and intentionality in decision-making. When you know your resources are finite and that you are committed to staying within your means, every expense is examined more critically. You begin to distinguish between needs and wants, between purchases that add lasting value and those that are fleeting distractions. This mindset extends beyond money and influences other aspects of life, fostering careful planning, thoughtful prioritization, and a focus on outcomes rather than appearances. It helps you avoid the trap of debt, which is often disguised as opportunity but comes with hidden costs that accumulate quietly and can become overwhelming. Choosing to live within your means is a way of taking control, ensuring that your future is not dictated by past impulses or external pressures. Another crucial aspect of this principle is the freedom it creates to make strategic investments. Money that is saved, rather than squandered on unnecessary consumption, can be deployed to create growth, whether through education, entrepreneurship, or investments that compound over time. The discipline to live within your means is the foundation for wealth building because it allows your resources to work for you rather than the other way around. People who chase lifestyles beyond their means often find themselves trapped in cycles of debt and stress, constantly working to maintain appearances rather than building real security. Those who prioritize financial discipline, on the other hand, can make choices aligned with long-term goals, pursue opportunities with confidence, and withstand economic downturns without panic. Living within your means also cultivates a mindset of independence and self-reliance. It teaches patience, planning, and resilience, and it reduces reliance on external validation or approval. When you are not constantly comparing yourself to others or seeking to match their spending habits, you can focus on what truly matters to you and invest in what brings lasting fulfillment. Over time, this principle compounds in the same way that consistent investment grows wealth. Small, deliberate choices made today accumulate into significant advantages tomorrow. The habits formed by disciplined spending and saving shape your character, influence your decision-making, and ultimately determine the quality of the life you can lead. Investing in knowledge and continuous self-improvement is one of the most reliable ways to create long-term success and personal fulfillment. Knowledge is unique in that it compounds over time. The more you learn, the more capable you become of understanding new concepts, making better decisions, and identifying opportunities that others might overlook. Unlike material possessions, knowledge cannot be taken away, and the returns on investing in yourself often far exceed the returns from conventional investments. Committing to lifelong learning cultivates flexibility, adaptability, and a deeper understanding of the world, all of which are critical in navigating the complexities of both personal and professional life. It's not just about acquiring information, it's about developing the ability to think critically, analyze situations, and apply insights effectively in real-world scenarios. Continuous self-improvement requires discipline and intentionality. It involves setting aside time for reading, reflection, practice, and skill development, even when it may not provide immediate rewards. Many people underestimate the cumulative effect of small, consistent efforts to improve their knowledge or refine their skills, but over years and decades, these incremental gains can compound into extraordinary capability. Learning from mistakes, seeking mentorship, and studying the experiences of those who have achieved what you aspire to accomplish are all forms of investment in your own growth. This mindset transforms challenges into opportunities for learning rather than sources of discouragement. As every setback becomes a chance to gain insight, and refined strategies. By prioritizing knowledge and personal development, you create a foundation for better decision-making in every aspect of life, from financial choices to career moves to personal relationships. Moreover, investing in knowledge enhances judgment and perspective. People who consistently seek to improve themselves are better equipped to understand complex situations, anticipate risk, and make choices that maximize long-term outcomes. Knowledge allows you to separate noise from signal, to recognize the difference between fleeting trends and enduring principles, and to act with confidence based on reason rather than impulse. This intellectual foundation is also a form of independence. The more you understand and can evaluate on your own, the less reliant you are on the opinions or actions of others. Continuous learning expands your capacity for innovation and creativity, giving you the tools to adapt to changing circumstances and seize opportunities that less prepared individuals may miss. Self-improvement also has a social dimension. As the value you add to your relationships and community grows alongside your own knowledge and capability, the insights you gain can be shared, taught, and applied in ways that benefit others, creating a ripple effect of growth and impact. Over time, the practice of investing in knowledge compounds in subtle but powerful ways. You develop confidence, resilience, and judgment that cannot be easily replicated or replaced. It shapes the trajectory of your career, enhances your decision-making, and contributes to a richer, more fulfilling life, because every action is informed by a deeper understanding and a commitment to growth. This principle reinforces the idea that the most valuable asset you have is yourself, and the deliberate cultivation of knowledge ensures that you are constantly increasing the returns on that asset integrity and making decisions that stand the test of time are fundamental principles that shape not only your success, but the quality of your life and relationship. Integrity is more than simply being honest in the moment. It is the consistent alignment of your actions with your values, even when no one is watching, and even when shortcuts might offer immediate advantage. People who act with integrity build reputations that earn trust, loyalty, and respect, and these intangible assets often prove far more valuable than money, status, or fleeting accomplishments. When decisions are made with a focus on long-term consequences and ethical consistency, they compound in positive ways, creating opportunities and relationships that endure, whereas choices driven by impulse or short-term gain can lead to complications, regret, and lost credibility. The decisions you make today echo into the future, shaping the environment around you, influencing how others perceive you, and determining whether doors remain open or close in the long run. Living with integrity requires clarity about your own principles and a commitment to acting on them, even under pressure. In practice, this means making choices that you can stand behind publicly and privately, understanding that true success is not simply measured by immediate results, but by the sustainability and respectability of the outcomes you create. It also means being accountable for mistakes, learning from them, and refusing to compromise your values for convenience or expedience. People naturally gravitate toward those they perceive as consistent, trustworthy, and principled. This not only strengthens personal and professional relationships, but also enhances your ability to influence, negotiate, and lead effectively. A reputation built on integrity becomes a form of leverage in every sphere of life because trust, once established, allows collaboration and opportunity to flourish with far less friction or doubt. Focusing on decisions that stand the test of time also encourages strategic thinking and discipline. It shifts the emphasis from chasing immediate gratification to considering the broader impact of actions and choices. This perspective is especially critical in business, finance, and career development, but it applies equally to personal life. Whether you are making investments, forming partnerships, or even managing daily interactions, Asking whether a choice aligns with long-term goals and moral standards guides you toward consistency and sustainability. Short-term wins achieved by compromising integrity or ignoring consequences often unravel over time, while principled decisions compound in their positive effects, creating stability, reputation, and opportunities for growth that persist across years or decades. Acting with integrity also shapes character and self-perception, which are critical to resilience and confidence. When you know that your actions reflect your values, you make decisions with clarity and certainty, free from the stress of deception or the fear of being exposed. This inner alignment fosters patience, humility, and long-term focus, enabling you to navigate challenges with a steady hand. Over time, the compounding effect of ethical decision-making becomes apparent not only in your achievements, but also in the quality of your relationships, your influence, and your legacy. By prioritizing integrity and long-term thinking, you ensure that the life you build is durable, respected, and meaningful, and that each choice contributes to a trajectory of sustained success and personal fulfillment.